Okay, people, today's show. Okay, today I want to interview with Sharon Bracy on war on drugs. So we're gonna start an interview. So we're gonna have to start discussing about this because in the black community, it said that the white man had put the drugs in the black community. Hold on. Sorry, y'all was late, man. I had to exercise, man. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna drop the link in a minute. Hold on. Because we gotta have a discussion with this because the war on drugs has destroyed the black community, and the white man had put the drugs in the black community. You got people out here stroking on drugs and stuff. Hold on, let me move my headphones back. Hold on, I'm gonna drop the link if somebody wanna hop on the panel. Hold on. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. We'll go ahead pin the link. Only for Sharon Bracy, okay? Anybody else coming on, I'm kicking you off, okay? Okay, turn my mic down. And what you expect that the white man had put the drugs in the black community, and you see what goes on in the black community, all the crimes, all the problems right there in the black community, but yeah, you're not gonna say anything about it, which is sad, man. Hold on. I mean, that don't make any sense, man. You got some people struck on drugs. I mean, that don't make any sense. People just struck on drugs. He's probably doing something right quick. Sharon Bracy. Hold on. Let me make sure my mic is okay. Everybody can hear my mic. Okay, my mic is better now. Hold on. Let me turn my mic up a little bit, and then y'all can hear me clearly. Okay, let me see. Who put? Let me see. Okay, we. I mean, it just don't make any sense, man. We got all the problems right there in the black community, the drugs and gang violence, and that's it. Hold on. Oops. Drop the link again. I'm gonna drop the link again. My bad, y'all. Hold on. Only for Sharon Bracy. Anybody else get kicked off? Okay. 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 I had tagged him in this video if he want to do a live stream with me. I'm just doing the interviews right quick. Like, and I know I had read the stuff about who put the drugs in America, cartels and other criminal organization. See, and I'm gonna make sure. Hold on. All right, you on the show? What's up?
Good day. What's up with you?
Not much. All right. So what's your thoughts about the show today? War on drugs.
I don't believe it's a war on drugs anymore, Jalen. What do you mean? You asked
Yeah,
me.
because yeah, I had came up with the title of the show because it was other cartels and other criminal organization had put the drugs in the black community.
I don't think I think the government have a part in the drugs in the community, but in reality, human beings in America, they're the ones that's push the drugs out there. Are you on drugs? Why you concerned about the war on drugs, even though it's not one anymore?
Man, I'm not even on drugs, man. I don't even do that stuff because I can get my self hurt behind drugs. And also I heard that the white man had put the drugs in the black community. Somebody told me that.
Who told you this, Jalen?
Somebody in the chat room, and I was discussing about the drugs.
Yeah, so that is a saying that people say. The CIA and the FBI, they the ones that put the drugs in our community. That is a possibility, but that's the government, not necessarily the white man, even though they say it's the white man because majority of people in the government is white. So I could understand that. But yeah, the government has pushed some drugs into the community so they could fund their wars and they could make money, and so they could buy more guns, tanks, airplanes, submarines, things of that nature. So it's understandable why they would say that.
Yeah, and also who talked about it? President Richard Nixon had talked about war on drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And then he said that he was going to boycott the drugs. But right now I had did several videos about war on drugs in the black community.
You said you did what with this topic?
I had did a show about war on drugs in the black community.
And how does it affect you, Jalen?
Real bad, man. It affected me real bad, man. I was just hurt about that. I had my own people. I had one of my friends who had sold drugs, got murdered behind that stuff.
By the government or by another civilian that was
No, another black person murdered him because he was selling weed.
Got you.
And then I had one, yeah, and then I had one of my friends got murdered behind gang banging too.
Sorry to hear that. What city you live in? Or state?
Memphis, Tennessee, man.
Oh, you're in Tennessee. Yeah, that's a rough that is definitely a rough state to be in. It's a lot of drugs and gun violence going on out there for sure.
As of right now, I had a girl threw up a gang at me.
She did what?
She had threw up a gang sign at me when I was a teenager.
How old are you now, Jalen?
Hmm.
How old are you now?
Because I was a teenager, I was walking home from school, and this girl asked me if I was in a gang because I had my hat turned to the left. Next thing you know, she started throwing up gang signs at me. I'm like, wow.
And how old are you now?
Man, I'm 29, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. So what do you think is the Black community need to do against this war on drugs to get young people to not sell weed in the streets and not be a part of gang violence? What do they need to do?
Build up an organization, like build up a school or anything else. But I don't see nobody in the Black community not doing anything about it. It's just keep talking, keep talking, keep talking.
So what's your next move? You gonna build a school?
I'm gonna try to, but you gotta deal with these other Black people who want to turn down other Black people.
I feel you on that, Jalen. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta strive for your best.
And Malcolm, also Louis Farrakhan. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said Malcolm. Louis Farrakhan said that while the Black community is filled with drugs, gangs, and violence. I had played one of that video right here. It was this video right here I played a year ago. Hold on. Here we go. This is the video right here.
In 1984, when the crack was going and the crime was going, they started privatizing prisons. So corporate America got involved in prison for profit. So you know what the greatest growth industry in America is? Prisons. Now look, brothers, any of you in business, if you're going to set up a McDonald's, what do? You got to check and see what kind of foot traffic or car traffic you have so that you know you don't put it in a desolate area, right? The feasibility studies that were done says that since there's more crack in the Black community and they're fermenting or fomenting gang violence and there's more guns in the Black community, then if we give unusually long sentences for crack cocaine, then we got 5 years, 10 years, maybe life, and we got us a slave. Because now we're going to tie prison to industry. So we will have a fat bottom line on the back of niggas. I know some of you are in the armed forces and they've offered you a job, and we thank them. But you're going to have to find another employer, because he's getting you ready for the frying pan, making a killer out of you, and then bringing you back from Europe because they don't need you over there no more, and setting you in your own community, then filling the community with drugs and guns, and since you are trained killers, then kill each other. And that's exactly what you've been doing. And you think it's an accident? No! It's by design. And because you don't know yourself and don't know them and don't know the time and what must be done, you fall right into the plan and become agents of your own destruction. Hear me. You know that the Muslims in Washington went into a dope-ridden project development. And without guns, God blessed us to do what? Clean it up. And you know who our worst enemy was? The police. They came and drew guns on the brothers who were unarmed. And the brothers never backed down, though they never had a gun. In Baltimore, in New York, in Pittsburgh, in Los Angeles, everywhere the brothers went, the brothers who deal in drugs, they respect the nation, and without any force, because we know that we come from.
See, that was 100% true what Louis Farrakhan said. Yeah, Sharon.
Yeah, absolutely. For back in 1989, absolutely, that was very true for 1989. It was a very different time and a different time zone. Now, they are a lot different with especially medicinal use or recreational use drugs is different now. It's not the same as it was back then. So
Yeah, and I already know it. I had did a lot of research up, and then I had put the truth out there, and then somehow I'm the problem. But you know how the drugs had destroyed the black community by the U.S. government, and you can blame gangster rap too.
no, absolutely not.
Gangster rap did not destroy the black community. Oh, okay, never mind.
I don't think so. Absolutely not.
Yeah, it just got so bad now that we got so much gang wars going on. Also, I seen a video of this 17-year-old boy got murdered because he was in the gang. It happened here in my hometown, Memphis, Tennessee.
Did you know him as well?
I didn't know him. I just heard stories about what happened. Luckily, I didn't get shot or murdered or get beat up for that.
For what?
I had a white hat on, and this girl threw up a gang sign at me. Luckily, she didn't call her boys to shoot me or murder me back when I was a teenager.
Yeah, I'm glad that didn't happen to you as well. I'm glad you was able to survive that traumatic experience. So it really traumatized you, huh?
Yeah, it did traumatize me.
So why you be on these panels just cursing people out then if it traumatized you?
I don't, unless I get provoked. And other than that, I don't go around doing that stuff unless I get provoked.
Jayla, you don't need much provoking to start talking crazy.
Okay.
You be quick on the trigger, sir. You don't think so?
Truth. That's true.
Okay. But I gotta get back to the children, Jalen. This was an awesome interview. I appreciate you. Keep on doing the good work on exposing the truths out there. Don't be afraid to keep on doing great content, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
See you later, man.
All right.
See, that was a good interview. See, I believe the war on drugs had destroyed the black community by the U.S. government. So we're gonna play some of the videos, and then I'm gonna get off here anyway, because it don't make any sense, man. That's why we have so much problems in the black community. Yeah, drugs, cars, and gangster rap destroyed the black community. It really did, man. I'm gonna go and get off here at 7 o'clock, man. I ain't gonna be here that long. It's gonna be a short live stream today, cause I'm gonna go back to playing video games. Like, they don't make any sense. That's why we see all the game violence. Man, that was so sick. How some girl throw up a gang sign at me, looking at I didn't get shot and looking I didn't get murdered behind this stuff. It traumatized me to the day back I was a teenager, man. That traumatized me. It was not funny. Say if I would have got hurt and murdered, then what? Y'all won't care. But see, that's the problem in the black community. Cause you know I'm gonna speak the truth and facts. Guys, if you want to see my videos, I'll put it on Rumble because you know how YouTube is. They want to silence you or flag your channels down if you start speaking facts and truth. Because you got these individuals out here like to flag channels because they don't like to hear the truth. Yes, and Louis Farrakhan is right. All right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link if somebody want to hop on the panel. Let me know. I'll hit the. You can go ahead and hit the link. All right, that don't make any sense, man. Well, and it's the damn truth. And then that's exactly why I said this before. The drugs and gang violence had destroyed the black community. This is going to show you that you got these individuals want to murder each other over gang colors. And it's the damn truth. And then you wonder why the black community is where it's at now. Sharon, if you watching, you feel free to play my videos, okay? Feel free. Because we got so many Chicago gangs. Nah, they got so much Chicago gangs in Chicago. Oh, Tennessee, man, it's so bad now. We got the Bloods beefing with the Gangster Disciples and Vice Lords. And then y'all want to call me names and shit when I say things that's facts and truth. Y'all don't want to hear nothing I have to say. Okay, all right. The Gangster Disciples. Man, I swear to God, man, the war on drugs had destroyed the black community real bad. We got gang activity in Memphis, Tennessee. That it just got so bad now. I mean, it just goes to show you that you got too many gang violence in the black community. It's gang violence everywhere, and you got white people strung on drugs too. I seen them with my own eyes. I mean, it's the damn truth about what goes on in the black community. But somehow I'm the problem in the black community. Like, y'all just want to say, don't want to hear nothing, the truth. It's the damn truth. And then y'all want to come on my channel and cuss me out every goddamn fucking day long. Because you don't want to hear the damn truth. Let me tell you something about these people on the internet. They don't like what you have to say about a topic. They get mad. Because we got the war on drugs in the black community. That's how it is in the black community. It's going to show you that you got these individuals. I mean, you got people in the black community struck on drugs and etc. Here we go. All right.
Something else was used against the students that drove the final nails into the coffin, killing the movement.
What stopped it, of course, almost dead in its track, and not by any accident, was a widespread and deliberately organized widespread use of drugs. The fact that a decision was made, and I think most of you are familiar with the broadcast of the mafia defector who went on public media to declare what happened and outline in great detail the great plan of how to destroy the black youth of the nation, starting in New York. He said in a meeting 20 miles outside of New York City, the great decision was made. He said he didn't have to guess about it, and those who heard him know that I'm quoting him almost verbatim, because he was there. And the decision was to concentrate the distribution of drugs on the black youth of the nation, starting in New York. Starting in New York, beginning in the elementary school, and that to punish, even on the pain of death, any of the distributors who invaded the white community or predominantly white schools. That New York and other large cities were to be divided up into districts. The district commander, black, was to be given any kind of car he wanted, Mercedes, Rolls Royce, anything, because this would be a part of the sales pitch. That blacks just love fine cars, and he'd drive around through the community in his fine car, and some of his key assistants, and he'd be identified, he'd be known, and that sort of stuff. And so the stories, I'm not going any further into it. But thus it began, and the spread over the country, and we fell for it. Now, one thing was important, that the thing to attract the blacks, more than any other thing, more than the drug itself, but to spread the word, have a number of key young people in it. And
okay, just a little bit of the video. All right, y'all, I'm about at 7 o'clock, and we're gonna end this live stream. Then I'm gonna jump on a game called Doom. Let me type in Richard Nixon.
Harper's Magazine did an interview.
Wrong one, damn it.
Want to join me here? Won't you be seated, please, ladies and gentlemen? Come on, Dr. Jaffe and Mr. Krogh, Mr. Ehrlich. Fine. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to summarize for you the meeting that I have just had with the bipartisan leaders, which began at 8 o'clock and was completed 2 hours later. I began the meeting by making this statement, which I think needs to be made to the nation. America's public enemy number one in the United States is drug abuse. In order to fight and defeat this enemy, it is necessary to wage a new all-out offensive. I have asked the Congress to provide the legislative authority and the funds to fuel this kind of an offensive. This will be a worldwide offensive dealing with the problems of sources of supply as well as Americans who may be stationed abroad wherever they are in the world. It will be government-wide, pulling together the 9 different fragmented areas within the government in which this problem is now being handled. And it will be nationwide in terms of a new educational program that we trust will result from the discussions that we have had. With regard to this offensive, it is necessary first to have a new organization. And the new organization will be within the White House. Dr. Jaffe, who will be one of the briefers here today, will be the man directly responsible. He will report directly to me. And he will have the responsibility to take all of the government agencies, 9, that deal with the problems of rehabilitation, in which his primary responsibilities will be research and education, and see that they work not at cross purposes, but work together in dealing with the problem. If we're going to have a successful offensive, we need more money. Consequently, I'm asking the Congress for $155 million in new funds, which will bring the total amount this year in the budget for drug abuse, both in enforcement and treatment to over $350 million. As far as the new money is concerned, incidentally, I have made it clear to the leaders that if this is not enough, if more can be used, if Dr. Jaffe, after studying this problem, finds that we can use more, more will be provided. In order to defeat this enemy, which is causing such great concern, and correctly so, to so many American families, money will be provided to the extent that it is necessary and to the extent that it will be useful. And finally, in order for this program to be effective, it is necessary that it be conducted on a basis in which the American people all join in it. That's why the meeting was bipartisan. Bipartisan because we needed the support of the Congress, but bipartisan because we needed the leadership of members of the Congress in this field. Fundamentally, it is essential for the American people to be alerted to this danger, to recognize that it is a danger that will not pass with the passing of the war in Vietnam, which has brought to our attention the fact that a number of young Americans have become addicts as they serve abroad, whether in Vietnam or Europe or other places. Because the problem existed before we became involved in Vietnam, it will continue to exist afterwards, and that is why this offensive deals with the problem there in Europe, but will then go on to deal with the problem throughout America. One final word with regard to presidential responsibility in this respect. I very much hesitate always to bring some new responsibility into the White House, because there are so many here, and I believe in delegating those responsibilities to the departments. But I consider this problem so urgent. I also found that it was scattered so much throughout the government, with so much conflict, without coordination, that it had to be brought into the White House, and consequently, I brought Dr. Jaffe into the White House, directly reporting to me, so that we have not only the responsibility, but the authority to see that we wage this offensive effectively and in a coordinated way. The briefing team will now be ready to answer any questions on the technical details of the program.
Mr. President, let me start off by hitting you with a.
Okay. Click that off. See, that's the one be talking about how Richard Nixon had talked about war on drugs and war on abuse of drugs. And it's the damn truth. And then nobody's not going to speak about it because we got to get rid of the drug culture in the black community, because Rich Homie Coin had died from drug overdose. This is exactly why I said this before to all you rappers out there that like to promote drugs and violence in the black community. It's time for the. Hold on, man. Never mind. I got some on my mouth. Never mind. Y'all was talking too fast. I got some on my mouth. But anyway, let's keep on going. That's why I said this before. These rappers need to stop promoting drug culture in the black community. I mean, that don't make any sense. You got these individuals in the black community. They think dealing poison to the black community is now cool, which is not cool. I see one of my friends got murdered behind that stuff. Yes, I had one of my friends got murdered behind that stuff, that gang violence stuff. It happened here in Memphis, Tennessee. I go to school with him. I'm like, wow, this is exactly why I said before. We gotta get rid of the drugs in the black community, and we gotta get rid of the gang violence in the black community. Like, that don't make any sense. You got these idiots want to call me retarded because I say things that's facts and truth. Like, what the fuck, man? All I did just say things that was truthful and help the black community, but you got these individuals still not gonna speak about it. Y'all don't want to hear nothing about the black community. I'll guarantee you right now. Because the government created, yes, and I'm gonna put this out there, the government created gangster rap. Here we go. We're gonna play this video right here. We're gonna play this video. The government created gangster rap to incarcerate black people. I'm sorry. We're gonna play a snippet of the video right here. So here we go. Let's play this video and I'll give my commentary on this.
DJ, we're gonna tap.
All right. So the first conspiracy, Jay, that is not a conspiracy. I think is a real situation because the stuff manifested itself. Is that gangster rap was created by the government to encourage them to kill one another, and them, you know what them is.
Yeah.
All right. So
You peoples.
them peoples. And if you're bougie black, they ain't your people. Okay, so there's a video. You guys can go check it out yourself. It's kind of a little verbiage in there that we can't play on the show. But Crazy Bone of Bone Thugs and Harmony exposes he was a letter was sent to him from
Wrong one. I played that was the wrong video. Oh, this is the right video right here. Hold on. Okay, now let's play this video right here. I'm subscribed to Knowledge for Life. That was 6 years ago. Now let's play this video right here.
Nothing else was used against the students that drove the final nails into the coffin, killing the movement.
What stopped it, of course, almost dead in its track, and not by any accident, was a widespread and deliberately organized widespread use of drugs. The fact that a decision was made, and I think most of you familiar with the broadcast of the mafia defector who went on public media to declare what happened and outline in great detail the great plan of how to destroy the black youth of the nation, starting in New York. He said in a meeting 20 miles outside of New York City, the great decision was made. He said he didn't have to guess about it, and those who heard him know that I'm quoting him almost verbatim, because he was there. And the decision was to concentrate the distribution of drugs on the black youth of the nation, starting in New York. Starting in New York. beginning in the elementary school, and that to punish, even on the pain of death, any of the distributors who invaded the white community or predominantly white schools. That New York and other large cities were to be divided up into districts. The district commander, black, was to be given any kind of car he wanted, Mercedes, Rolls Royce, anything, because this would be a part of the sales pitch. Said blacks just love fine cars, and he'd drive around through the community in his fine car, and some of his key assistants, and he'd be identified, he'd be known, and that sort of stuff. And so the stories, I'm not going any further into it. But thus it began, and the spread over the country. And we fell for it. Now, one thing was important. That the thing to attract the blacks, more than any other thing, more than the drug itself, but to spread the word, have a number of key young people in it. And to spread the word is this is the end thing. So that'll get them. Just say it's the end thing. And they'll brave the fires of hell to be a part of the end thing.
So that's our story of the decade of struggle. We put together this film to pay particular homage and tribute to the extraordinary young people of that era. And
yeah, it's the damn truth. All right, man, it's almost 6 o'clock. 7 o'clock. I'm out. Peace. I'm going back. I'm going to jump on the game right quick, doing vertical live stream. With that, I'm out. Peace. Come back with a game.